Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Atlantic Council Chairman, Governor John Huntsman.
I have to tell you, I'm deeply honored to introduce our next awardee. As a fellow Ford board member, and as the person who inspired me to buy a 662 horsepower, 5.8 liter V8 engine Shelby Mustang with an EcoBoost environmentally friendly engine, it's an understatement to say that Bill Ford is a special friend. He is one of those rare individuals who embodies a unique synthesis of visionary leadership and creative thinking while maintaining a steadfast commitment to progress and innovation. We refer to it as the future. As executive chairman of Ford Motor Company and great-grandson to Henry Ford, Bill bridges generations of leadership. He personifies the company's founding values and mission to improve lives through mobility and connectivity. And he does it with high ethics and with courage. Over 100 years ago, Henry Ford revolutionized transportation when he developed the Model T, transforming lives of millions of Americans and reshaping the landscape of American business. Henry Ford's Model T and the groundbreaking assembly line process by which it was manufactured opened new opportunities and consumer choice to the mass public. As Henry Ford often would say, anyone could buy a Model T in whatever color they wanted, as long as it was black. Now, fast forward to 2017. Bill has not only expanded Ford's color options, he's transformed Henry Ford's vision of putting the world on wheels into his own legacy and ensuring sustainable and smart mobility in an ever-competitive world. Bill often says his life is guided by four great passions. Family, he has four terrific kids. Hockey, he's a professional hockey player. Automobiles, and the environment. One might say now it's virtually impossible for the head of one of the largest global automakers to keep at least two of those passions in perfect harmony: autos and the environment. Bill, however, is the exception. In 2011, Bill gave a landmark TED Talk that overturned a century of conventional wisdom in the auto sector, that adding more cars to meet the needs of a growing population would lead to global gridlock. We needed better, interconnected solutions, he argued. Bill's call for action to solve this notion of global gridlock is reflected across Ford's unique business model, which has been adapted to create environmentally sustainable transportation innovations that can keep up with the growing demands of population growth and urbanization. In short, Bill and his great team are preserving what we've really come to take for granted in this country and indeed around the world, which is the freedom to move effortlessly around the world, thereby enhancing the quality of life for all. Bill, it is such an honor to have you here with us this evening. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of this terrific award. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand for Bill Ford, Executive Chairman of the Ford Motor Company.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when John Huntsman got proposed to be on the Ford board a few years ago, I knew his resume was incredibly impressive, and I knew his reputation was impeccable. But what I didn't know is, what I found later, is that he's an even better person. And it's very rare in business to find somebody like John Huntsman and be able to call him a really good friend. And I'm fortunate to be able to do that. So, John, thank you for all you've done for our company and for the world. Thanks. My great-grandfather started the company in 1903, and he did it with a vision to make people's lives better. And that's something I've always tried to carry with me throughout my career. I joined Ford in 1979 as an environmentalist, and I quickly found out that wasn't a popular thing in the auto industry, and particularly back then. And in fact, I was told I should stop associating with any known or suspected environmentalist when I joined the board of Ford Motor Company. But that made no sense to me. I felt somebody had to build bridges between the communities and not just fire salvos. It was kind of a lonely trek through many of those early years, but it was well worth it. One of the things I'm most proud of is that this past year, Ford was named by Ethisphere Institute as one of the world's most ethical companies for the 8th year in a row. And we're the only company like ours to have done that. Well, thank you. Because to me, there's nothing more important than our culture and our reputation. And our employees, the men and women of Ford, inspire me every day. And so you just know that's not a hollow phrase. When we went through the worst times that I hope I'll ever see in 08, 09, when we were staring at the abyss and our two major competitors, domestic competitors, went bankrupt, I started getting flooded with letters and emails from our employees at all levels, from the plant floor, from our new employees saying, hey, Bill, don't give up. We can do this. And what really struck me is those are normally top-down messages, but they were all coming up to me, and I thought, my goodness, we can't let these people down. And they pulled us through. It was amazing. To the day I'm no longer here, I'll always remember what our employees did for our company. And that's something that I think is also worth saying, that companies aren't factories. They're not even the products they make. It's the people and their ideas and their hopes and their dreams. And I'm so proud to represent those people. We're on an interesting journey now. Ambassador Huntsman said that I gave a TED Talk in 2011 about the changing world, and boy, is it changing fast. Artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, 3D printing, they're all here, they're all coming, and they're all going to be really, really breathtaking. But technology for its own sake doesn't make any sense. You always have to put people at the center of all those conversations and say, how is this technology actually going to make people's lives better? Because if it isn't, there's no point in doing it. And even if it's great technology, if you don't introduce it thoughtfully in a way that actually enhances people's lives, then you really haven't accomplished anything. And when I hear the conversations about all of these technologies, it's breathtaking. But often it's about the technology themselves and not how it's going to be applied to help make this world a better place and help make people's lives easier and give them back their most precious commodity, which is time. So I'm really excited about the future, and I'm very grateful to this conference for this award. And I'm very humbled to be in the company that I'm in tonight with the fellow recipients. So thank you all very much for this, and good luck to each and every one of you. Thank you.